Welcome everyone. I'm Paul Herman with CCLI, here again with Joel and Luke Smallbone from the band For King and Country. Guys, great to talk to you again.
Yeah, good to be with you, man.
All the way in Nashville, Tennessee.
All right, yes. So the new project's coming up. How long has it been, actually?
Since our last well, it's a little deceptive because officially our last project was 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. But in the middle of this project and that, we released a feature-length film, as well as Priceless, the song, and a few others. And so we've been creatively engaged in the last 4 years. But this fall will be the release of our third studio album.
Wow.
And we're almost finished.
Almost there. But you've already released a single, Joy, and the song and the video. Tell us about that.
Yeah. Well, when a couple years ago, when we were kind of conjuring up the ideas of what the new album would be, we were sitting down with a label friend of ours, and he was like, "Hey, well, so just tell me, what do you think the kind of the synopsis of the album is going to be?" And we said, "Hey, we feel like there's something about joy, not this kind of Christmas joy, not this cookie cutter joy, but this joy that has weight and intentionality behind it." And so we went out a few months later to write with a friend of ours, and we were intrigued to see what he thought. You know, he's been with us for the whole journey of music. We're like, "Hey, what do you think? You know, this, what's something we should write about? What do you foresee for us?" And he's a British man. He goes, I just think there's something about this word joy that we should write about. And he said, from his vantage point, he said, "Look, I have to day in, day out, wake up and choose joy. Because when I look at the headlines that are going on in the world, when I look at social media, and I look at all that I'm bombarded with, I'm bombarded with a lot of negativity. And so I have to actively choose something, because if I just allow the feelings to come, I don't end up usually being joyful." And so that was kind of the heartbeat and where the song really came from.
Wow. Well, I've seen the video, and it's incredibly creative. And between that and seeing your live show, I always wonder, where does that creativity and where's that vision come from?
Oh, it's collaboration all the way. And that's kind of the beauty of it, is you can't say, well, that was one guy, one girl. Our brother Ben does all of our video work. He did the film with us. He did that music video with us for Joy. And so there's just pieces. I can look at it and say, well, there's some stuff that Luke came up with, he came up with, I came up with, and you kind of put it all together. And honestly, what I love about the creative process is, and it's good, I think, even as writers and artists, to be reminded of this, you always have to leave room, even down to the final moments. That was a 2-day shoot for that music video out in Los Angeles. And there was a lot on the fly that we were like, hey, you know what? I think it would be better. So when you get stuck on the paper or the system, or this is the way to do it, I think you lose a certain edge. And what was beautiful about that was it was free. It's the funnest music video I think we've ever done.
Absolutely.
It was just, the mustaches.
And it showed. I mean, it really did.
Yeah, we had a great time. That was definitely by far, we left the day. I was like, Ben, usually we're working pretty hard with these music videos, but I just had a great time the last couple of days. That was fun.
So in the videos and in your live shows, I mean, the variety of instruments that you guys use, the cellos and the horns and xylophones, glockenspiel. Is there an instrument you don't like or that you wouldn't use? I always wonder.
The triangle.
Yeah, the triangle's a little pedestrian. Well, it's funny that you say that, because I think even on Joy we have a cowbell.
Ooh.
In the show. And I remember thinking when we were putting it on the song, I was like, nobody's ever going to believe us that we actually put a cowbell on a song, because there was a time for that.
Yes.
We just didn't think that time had been, brought into today.
Everything comes back around.
Everything kind of comes back around. And it's funny, with all of those instruments and things, Joel's always loved orchestras and the bands that are almost like high school bands almost. The things that you can do with those instruments are amazing, and they're moving and they're powerful. And we've always just thought how cool it would be to interject those types of sounds into modern music. And so I guess if it's in an orchestra, then I think we're willing to potentially pick it up.
Well, you've done it, and you've done it well. So it's been amazing.
Thank you, Paul.
Guys, it's always good to check in with you. Can't wait to hear the new project. All the best to you.
Thanks, Paul. Appreciate you, man.
And you guys.
Cheerio.
Oh, amazing. Thanks for watching. Take care.